If you want to compress a file that's going to go for print and it's like gigantic, generally printers should be used to that. If it's like over a gig, what you can do is, oh my God, you can bring down the dimensions, but that will also add more pixels within a smaller space if you are not resampling. So you have to be sure resample is checked. If you want to compress or save out an image for print, can't you send a JPEG or a PDF, or they want the PSD? If they want the PSD, now when I used to work in digital illustration, I'm just going to say, they wanted compressed files. The way to save it out for print, if you have lots of layers, or even for if somebody wants a PSD and they don't need the layers, just flatten all your layers. That brings down your file size a lot if you flatten layers, if you have that choice. On your layers, if you click on the burger menu here, you can just choose to merge, flatten image. That's about it. That'll just make everything on one layer. Okay, that's one option. And then you can send people a PSD file. Not that they can necessarily do much with that, but there's not really any point. It's the same as a JPEG. Just to finish, that's one way you can do it. Another way is you export a TIFF. If you go to File, let's do, is it under Save As still, or did they move it? Yeah, it's here. The reason why it's here is because you can retain the layers, but you can add compression to the file. Okay, so let's say, hold on. Let's go back to this one, my road.psd. So let's look at this again on the desktop. So my road.psd, this is road 2. Let me open up the road that's 300. Let's see how much we can compress this by doing it this way. Okay, so there's the one that's 300 megabytes. If I go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save it as a TIFF, okay, and I'll call this road, well, it's road TIFF, and I'll click Save. It asks what kind of compression you want, so I'm going to choose JPEG compression. I'm just going to compress the JPEGs, basically, to like a medium quality. Sometimes people will do a zip, so it zips the information that's in here. So they used to get me to do LZW, IBM, this one. They used to get me to save it like that. Okay, let's try it. I'm going to click OK. Include layers. It will increase file size. Yeah, and I would flatten all my layers, by the way. I'm going to click OK. Let's see what we get. Okay, so that's road.tiff with that weird LZW. 204 megabytes. Okay, that wasn't great. All right, let me go back to the road.psd. Let's try this one more time with another TIFF compression. So File, Save As. I'm going to try the TIFF again. Save. I'm going to do my JPEG compression. Yes, I know. I'm going to make it like medium. Let's do medium. I'll stay at 5. IBM is fine. See, Mac understands IBM or PCs, but PCs don't always understand Mac. Slower saves, smaller files, sure, whatever. Click OK. And it's saying, don't you want to compress the layers? And I'm going to say no, because I want the layers to be there as the teacher says so. And we can try it with the compressed layers and see, but it's not really gonna, it's just gonna be flat. So it's saving, slower save, you can still see. And I've got a good computer, so, oh, there we go, we're done. And how is that one? Road 2 TIFF, 181. Let me close this and let me open it. When I open this, double click to open it, what's it gonna choose? Okay, so it's just choosing my preview to open it. If I drag it into Photoshop, it's gonna open slowly but surely. See that? It retains all the layer information, but it gives me a pretty good compression. So that's maybe what you could do for your print file, Chiranjeevi. Try that. Honestly, if you're sending it for print and they don't need the layers, I'm going to show you. I'm going to flatten image, and then I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Save As, and this is going to be Road 3 TIFF, even with extra compression. Click Save. I'll stick with my JPEG, click OK, like it's already done. Once you flatten the layers, like it's going to be like nothing. 2.2 megabytes. Really brings the size down when you crush your layers, guys. If you guys are sending something off to someone and you can swish your layers, you can get it from, what was that? The original one was 300. Flatten your layers and save it out as a TIFF with medium JPEG. Brings it down to 2.2 megabytes. Like, it's such good compression. Let me open this in Photoshop. The problem is you can't, like, it's flattened. That's the only thing. Wanted this to save on memory and computer to heavy files, but wanted the flexibility to go back. Save it as a TIFF. Don't flatten the layers if you want the flexibility to go back. That would be my suggestion, to back stuff up. Yeah, the TIFF works well. Gets rid of some of that extra weight, some of those extra pounds. So that's compression for Photoshop images where you want to keep the layers.